Hi, how you doing? This is Anthony Diggs from Chicago, WSCR, The Score. Today, it's a crazy day in sports. We got the LeBron thing that's going on all over the place, and we still got White Sox baseball, Cubs baseball. They're going to be sellers. This is let's not fool ourselves here. The Chicago Cubs, they're going to be sellers. You got the team down on 35th Street. You need your pitcher now because it's just come out recently that Jake Peavy will not be back for the remainder of the year. He probably won't pick up a baseball until February of next year. So with that in mind, you're going to need your pitcher. Hey, Ted Lilly, call Jim Hendry. Jim, what will it take for us for you guys to loan Ted Lilly to us?
And what I was thinking last night is, besides all the happy people in South Florida, the three people who enjoyed that press conference the most would have to be Tiger Woods, Kobe Bryant, and Alex Rodriguez, because everyone forgot about them for for the next 2 weeks or so, because LeBron's ego outstrips all of them with that whole debacle. The whole thing was embarrassing, and as a sports fan, I wanted to just run away and hide because of how self-serving the whole exercise was, and it was really disappointing. LeBron has always struck me as a guy who was better than that, who was smarter than that, and who had better people around him, but apparently not. And everyone in Chicago where I was took it quite well. They all sort of shrugged and went back to their business.
Talk a little Blackhawks hockey, the dual tenants down in the United Center, and while the Chicago Bulls cleared up a lot of cap space in order to go after a ton of free agents this offseason, the Blackhawks are up in a situation that is drastically different. Now, they are up against it on the cap, and now today word has come out that the San Jose Sharks have signed an offer agreement to the defenseman Nicholas Jarmerson for the Chicago Blackhawks. Well, what does that mean to you Blackhawks fans? Well, that is a big decision that's now up for discussion there with the Blackhawks Brain Trust. They now have to decide whether to sign an important cog on the defensive blue line, Nicholas Jarmerson, or use that money for goaltender Antti Niemi. I think the decision is a simple one. Big-time defensemen get paid big money in this league, and that's what you have in Nicholas Jarmerson. He was a solid backbone on the blue line for the Blackhawks during the playoffs. Antti Niemi, while he was excellent, and most people thought that he would be the weak link for the Blackhawks going into it, is anything that we've seen so far in the NHL. The Red Wings were proof positive of that.
LeBron, kind of glad he didn't come to Chicago. I feel like the showboating would be a little too much for us to handle right now with the Bulls. Plus, with him coming here, I just think he's too young and he's not ready to bring a championship team to Chicago. I feel like the first thing he said when he heard about being on the Heat was, I'm going to go to South Beach. So I say we stick here in Chicago, you know, the big shoulders. We want people who are true athletes, not these pretty boy prima donnas. So I think you should pick me for your next radio host because I love sports. I love Chicago. Born and raised here. I know my stuff, and I can bring you a female point of view. I'm Molly Ryan with WSCR.